The air crackles with tension. Tulsi Gabbard, a name once synonymous with progressive ideals, now finds herself at the center of a political firestorm. Nominated by President Trump to lead the nation's intelligence apparatus, her path to confirmation is fraught with obstacles. At the heart of this maelstrom lies a single incendiary name, Edward Snowden. Gabbard's nomination, a surprise move by an unpredictable president, has sent shockwaves through Washington. Her supporters point to her military service, her outsider status, her willingness to challenge the Washington establishment. Her detractors, however, see a dangerous naivete, a troubling sympathy for those who would undermine American power. Snowden, the former NSA contractor who exposed the vast scope of government surveillance, remains a polarizing figure. Gabbard's past praise for Snowden, her characterization of him as a whistleblower, has come back to haunt her, casting a long shadow over her nomination. He is the unseen specter hovering over Gabbard's nomination, his name whispered in hushed tones. Edward Snowden, the man who peeled back the curtain on the surveillance state, is a constant presence in the confirmation hearings. Republican senators, their faces etched with suspicion, grill Gabbard relentlessly about her past statements on Snowden. They demand to know if she still considers him a whistleblower, if she would use her position to grant him clemency. Gabbard, once known for her fiery rhetoric, now chooses her words carefully, aware that a single misstep could derail her nomination. Gabbard's supporters, their faces etched with concern, watch as she parries questions with measured responses. They know that she cannot afford to alienate those who view Snowden as a traitor, but they also know that she cannot betray her own principles. The ghost of Snowden looms large, a reminder of the profound questions raised by his revelations. The political arena is rarely forgiving of shifting positions. Gabbard now finds herself on the receiving end of such attacks, her evolving stance on government surveillance programs fueling doubts about her suitability for the role of intelligence chief. Her earlier criticisms of the very programs exposed by Snowden, programs she once denounced as Orwellian overreach, stand in stark contrast to her more recent pronouncements. She now expresses support for these programs, albeit with caveats, emphasizing the need for oversight and safeguards. This shift, however well-intentioned, has opened her up to charges of opportunism. Her defenders argue that her position has not fundamentally changed, that she remains committed to protecting both national security and civil liberties. They point out that her support for surveillance programs is contingent upon robust oversight. But her critics remain unconvinced, seeing her evolving stance as evidence of a lack of conviction. The possibility of a presidential pardon for Edward Snowden hangs over Gabbard's nomination like a sword of Damocles. It is a potent symbol of the deep divisions over Snowden's legacy, a litmus test for those who would lead the nation's intelligence apparatus. Gabbard, caught in the crossfire, must navigate this treacherous terrain with the utmost care. President Trump, ever the unpredictable showman, has hinted at his openness to pardoning Snowden, praising his intellect while simultaneously denouncing him as a traitor. This ambiguity has only heightened the pressure on Gabbard. Gabbard has stated that she would not personally seek a pardon for Snowden if confirmed, but this carefully worded statement does little to quell the concerns of her detractors. The pardon issue has become a proxy war for the larger debate over government surveillance. In the shadowy world of intelligence gathering, where perception often trumps reality, even the faintest whiff of foreign influence can be toxic. Gabbard, already facing an uphill battle for confirmation, now finds herself fending off accusations that she is overly sympathetic to foreign adversaries. Her critics, their voices laced with suspicion, point to her past criticisms of U.S. foreign policy, her willingness to engage with leaders often demonized in Washington. They see her meetings with Bashar al-Assad, her questioning of the U.S. narrative on Syria, as evidence of a dangerous naivete. Gabbard,